Okay, now the first question. The offsprings formed by sexual reproduction show genetic variations due to the options given. Option A, complexity in gamete transfer process, complexity in gametogenesis. Option C, genetic recombination occurred during gamete formation and random fertilization. And option D, double fertilization and triple fusion. So what is the answer to this question? The offsprings formed by sexual reproduction show genetic variation due to. So during the sexual mode of reproduction, process of formation and maturation of gametes followed by the fusion of gametes. Totally the involvement of gametes is very important. And the gametes are produced by the meiotic cell division, and in meiosis in one particular stage, that is during the prophase 1, the genetic recombination takes place. So the genetic recombination leads to the development of a new combination of genes. At the same time, the random fertilization also leads to the development of a new genetic makeup. So that's why what should be the right answer here? Complexity in gamete transfer process. There is no relationship between the complexity in gamete transfer process and genetic variation. So option A is wrong. Option B, complexity in gametogenesis. Of course, gametogenesis is a step that decides the genetic variation, but this complexity is not responsible for that. Let us move to the next one. Option C, genetic recombination occurred during gamete formation, especially in the prophase 1, the leptotene, zygotene, pachytene. So during the leptotene, the bouquet stage is observed. Zygotene, the pairing of homologous chromosomes. Leptotene, zygotene, pachytene. In the pachytene stage, the crossing over takes place, followed by the diplotene and diakinesis. So the genetic recombination occurred during gamete formation is the one reason, and random fertilization is another reason. So this should be the right answer. Then why not 4? Option D is wrong. Why? Double fertilization and triple fusion. See, double fertilization and triple fusion found only in the plants. That is true, particularly in the angiospermic plants. So not even found in all the other plants. So that's why the answer should be option C. Option C is the right answer to the question number 1. Now, question number 2. All papaya plants bear flowers, but fruits are seen only in some. Why? Option A, all plants are monoecious. Monoecious means bisexual. Option B, papaya is a dioecious plant. That means dioecious means unisexual. Option C, only female plants produce fruits. And option D, both B and C. All plants are monoecious. Papaya plants are unisexual. They are not bisexual. So option A is definitely wrong. So the answer should be either B, C or D. Papaya is a dioecious plant. Dioecious means unisexual. So this is true. And only female plants produce fruits, because female plant means that produces female flower. The female flower consists of ovary. Ovary is a part of the flower which develops as a fruit after the fertilization. So B is correct, C is correct. So the answer should be option D. Option D is the right answer. Number 3, estrus cycle is defined as. Option A, the cyclical changes in the activities of ovaries and accessory ducts as well as hormone secretion during the reproductive phase of non-primate mammals. And option B, the cyclical changes in the activities of ovaries and accessory ducts as well as hormone secretion during the reproductive phase of primate mammals. So in the previous option, non-primate mammals, and in this option, primate mammals. So that is the only difference. Option C, the organism that reproduce only in some favorable seasons. And option D, the organisms that are reproductively active throughout their reproductive phase. So among these, fourth option that represent the continuous breeders, and option C that represent the seasonal breeders. And in case of primate mammals, the reproductive cycle is called as menstrual cycle, and in non-primate mammals, estrus cycle. So the answer is option A. Option A is the right answer to the question number 3. Now let us move to the question number 4. Monocarpic plant. So what are monocarpic plants? Option A, flowers twice in every year. Option B, bears only one type of flower. Option C, flowers once in every year. And option D, dies after flowering once in its life cycle. Flower twice in every year. So they are not called as monocarpic plants. Bears only one type of flower, unisexual. Flowers once in every year. So annual, perennial. So they produces flowers once in every year, particularly the perennial seasonal breeders. And dies after flowering once in its life cycle. Bamboo is an example. So such type of plants, the plant which produces flowers only once in their lifetime, are called as monocarpic plants. So the answer is option D. Option D is the right answer to the question number 4. Now, question number 5. The terms homothallic and monoecious are used to denote. The terms homothallic and monoecious. Monoecious means bisexual. So that should be the right answer. Yes, option A is given as bisexual condition. Option B, unisexual. Definitely wrong. Staminate flowers, male flowers. Option D, pistillate flowers, female flowers. So as we all know, the answer is option A, bisexual condition. Now, question number 6. Sexual mode of reproduction enables. Sexual mode of reproduction enables creation of new variants so that survival advantage is inhibited. Option B, no creation of new variants so that survival advantage is enhanced. Creation of new variants so that survival advantage is enhanced. No creation of new variants so that survival advantage is inhibited. So what should be the right answer? Creation of new variants, that should be there. So during the sexual reproduction, sexual mode of reproduction, the new variants will be formed. So creation of new variants. So the answer should be either A or B. So that survival advantage is inhibited in the option A. Normally, if there is a new variation, if it is the positive variation, that leads to encouragement of their survival, enhancement of survival. So option C should be the right answer. Option C is the right answer to the question number 6. Now the question number 7. During sexual reproduction. Option A, two parents of opposite sex participate in the reproductive process and also involve fusion of male and female gametes. I think this may be the right answer. Let us see other options also. Option B, offspring is produced by single parent with or without the involvement of gamete formation. Actually, this is a statement given in the textbook and it represents the asexual mode of reproduction. Actually, during the asexual reproduction, there is no involvement of gametes, agametogenesis. Okay. Option C, the offspring that are produced are not only identical to one another but are also exact copies of their parents. Definitely this is wrong because see, this represent the clones. Clones are produced only during the asexual mode of reproduction. So C is wrong, B is wrong. Option D, a cell divides into two halves and each rapidly grows into an adult. A cell divides into two halves and each rapidly grows into an adult. It is commonly found in binary fission, asexual mode of reproduction. So option A should be the right answer. Option A is the right answer to the question number. Now, question number 8. Plants, animals or fungi shows a similar pattern in options given. Option A, external morphology. Option B, internal structure, physiology. Option D, sexual mode of reproduction. External morphology is definitely different because they are originated from different ancestors, totally different. They belongs to different kingdom also. So definitely external morphology is different. Even internal structure is also different. Physiologically they are totally different because plants are autotrophic. Photosynthetic process is found, but in animals no such process. So physiologically many differences are there. What about the sexual mode of reproduction? In general, the sexual mode of reproduction is common in plants, animals and in fungi, because in all such organisms the gametes are produced, the fusion of gametes takes place. So the sexual mode of reproduction will be the right answer. Option D is the right answer to the question number 8. Question number 9. These plants show clear-cut vegetative, reproductive and senescent phases. These plants show clear-cut vegetative, reproductive and senescent phases. 3 phases of life are clearly observed in option A, annual types, option B, biennial types, option C, annual and biennial types, option D, annual and perennial species. See, in perennial species, we cannot identify the vegetative, reproductive and senescent phase clearly, because when there is no flowering, we cannot consider it as vegetative phase or senescent phase, because in the next season they will start to produce the flowers. So it is very difficult to differentiate the life into the distinct phases in case of perennial plants. So that is wrong. Annual as well as biennial, in both type of plants, the phases are clearly visible, clearly differentiable. So the answer should be option C. Option C is the right answer to the question number 9. Morphological and physiological changes prior to active reproductive behavior. Morphological and physiological changes prior to active reproductive behavior. Option B, morphological and physiological changes prior to active senescent behavior. Option C, morphological and physiological changes after the active reproductive behavior. And option D, morphological and psychological changes prior to active reproductive behavior. So what should be the right answer? The question is, in animals the juvenile phase is followed by reproductive phase. So there should be change in the reproductive behavior. Morphological and physiological changes prior to active reproductive behavior. What about this? Option A itself is the right answer to the question number 10. So after the juvenile phase, there will be some morphological as well as physiological changes, and that occurs after juvenile phase but prior to active reproductive behavior. Okay, now question number 11. What are responsible for the transition between the 3 phases in both plants and animals? So what are the reason for changes in the phases of life during the life of an organism? Option A, light. This is abiotic factor. Option B, hormones, internal factors, biotic factors. Option C, enzymes, again biotic factors. Option D, turgidity. So it is a phenomenon that occurs in the cell. So what will be the right answer? The right answer is option B, hormones. So the hormones will regulate this transition between the 3 phases in both plants as well as in animals. Question number 12. Identify the diagrams. The different diagrams of gametes are given here, and option A, C, isogametes of cladophora, B, heterogametes of fucus, A, heterogametes of Homo sapiens. And option B is isogametes of fucus. Diagram A represent heterogametes of cladophora, C, heterogametes of Homo sapiens. And then option C, A, isogametes of Homo sapiens, C, heterogametes of fucus, and B, heterogametes of cladophora. And option D, A, isogametes of cladophora, B, heterogametes of fucus, C, heterogametes of Homo sapiens. So just see the diagram. So the diagram A consists of similar type of gametes, morphologically similar. One is male, another one is female, but that cannot be differentiated so easily just by observing their morphological feature. So this should be isogametes. So diagram A represent isogametes, but isogametes of which organism? Whether it is of cladophora or fucus or Homo sapiens. So we know in human beings heterogametes are found. Even in fucus heterogametes are found. So that should be there in the homogametes only. That should be there only in the cladophora. So the diagram A represent the homogametes of cladophora. So where A is given as homogametes of cladophora, so in option A, wrong. Option B, heterogametes are given, so that is wrong. Option C, A represent the isogametes of Homo sapiens, that is wrong. In the option D, A is represented by isogametes of Cladophora, so that should be the right answer. So option C, D is the right answer. Option D is the right answer to the question number 12. So in the B represent heterogametes of Fucus, that is an algae, and heterogametes of Homo sapiens given in the diagram C. Now question number 13. These organisms consist of haploid plant body. These organisms consist haploid plant body. Option A, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms, and most of the animals. Definitely this is wrong. Most of the animals consist diploid plant body. Plant body means vegetative body. So A is definitely wrong. Option B, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms. So in bryophytes, the plant body, the dominant plant body is gametophyte, that is haploid. Pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and angiosperms consist sporophyte as the dominant phase, dominant plant body, and that is diploid. So this is also wrong. Monera, bacteria, fungi. Okay, the primitive organism. Algae and bryophytes, both are haploid. So this should be the right answer. Just say the option D also. Monera, correct. Fungi, correct. Algae, correct. Bryophytes, correct. Pteridophytes, wrong. So option C is the right answer to the question number 13. Now, question number 14. Identify the correct option about the diagram. So one diagram is given. We should identify the diagram and we should identify the labeling also. Option A, dioecious plant, chara. B, labeling represent archegoniiophore, and C, labeling represent female thallus. Option B, diagram A represent dioecious plant, that is Markensia. B, archegoniophore. C, anthridiophore. Option C, A, monoecious plant, that is chara. B, oogonium. C, anthridium. And option D, A, monoecious plant, Markensia. B, oogonium. C, anthridium. See, just observe the diagram. This is definitely, it should be chara, because the Markensia is an example for liverworts. So this is not the liverwort. So definitely this plant or this diagram represent the chara. Algae. So what will be the right answer? Here it consists of two types of sex organs, both male and female sex organ. If both male and female sex organs are found, that should be bisexual condition. The bisexual means monoecious. So monoecious plant, chara. So that is given in option C. So definitely that is the right answer. And the labeling B represent oogonium and labeling C represent anthridium. So the answer is option C. Now, question number 15. In several simple plants like algae, bryophytes, and pteridophytes. Option A, both types of gametes are motile. Option B, water is a medium through which male gamete transfer takes place. Option C, the number of female gametes produced is several thousand times the number of male gametes produced. And option D, pollen grains are the carriers of male gametes. The question, in several simple plants like algae, bryophytes, and pteridophytes, pollen grains are carrier of the male gametes is definitely wrong. Option D is definitely wrong, because pollen grains are not produced by these plants. What about the option C? The number of female gametes produced is several thousand times the number of male gametes produced. See, in algae, the fertilization is external. Both male and female gametes are released into the medium. So that's why they are produced in almost same volume. So this may not be the right answer. It may be true about bryophytes. The male gametes are transported through the water current, through the water medium, and they will reach the oogonium where the fertilization takes place. To that organism, to that bryophytes, if you consider the bryophytes, it may be the right option, but algae, wrong. So with respect to the algae, this statement is wrong. Water is a medium through which male gametes transfer takes place. Yes, this is of course true in case of algae. Even in bryophytes, the transportation of gametes takes place through the water. And even in case of pteridophytes, the transportation of gametes takes place through the water. And both type of gametes are motile. Wrong. That is wrong. So option B is the right answer to the question number 15. Now question number 16. The below diagram represents. Okay, I think this represents the gametes and their fusion. See the option. Option A, homogametic contact in alga. Homogametic. Option B, germinating pollen grains on the stigma of the flower. Binary fission. Heterogametic fusion. Heterogametic fusion is wrong. The gametes are similar, so that is wrong. Binary fission. Here there is no fission. This is a fusion. So C is wrong. Germinating pollen grains. Definitely not. So option A is the right answer to the question number 16. Now question number 17. Read the statements and select the correct option. So what are the statements? Statement A. The female gamete undergoes development to form new honeybees and even some lizards and birds. Examples are given, and these are the organisms reproduces by parthenogenesis. So statement A is correct, representing the parthenogenesis, and the statement B that gives these are the examples for statement A. See the options. Statement A is the parthenocarpi. Wrong. So this is wrong. Option B, statement A is the parthenogenesis. Correct. And B are the correct examples except rotifers. Rotifers are the example for organism that reproduces by parthenogenesis. So that is the wrong option. Option C. Statement A is the parthenogenesis and B are the correct example. Yes, this should be the right answer. Let us see the option D also. Statement A is the parthenocarpi. Definitely wrong. So C is the right answer to the question number 17. Now question number 18. During embryogenesis, what happens? Option A. Development of embryo from the zygote takes place. I think this is the correct statement, the correct definition. See the option B. Zygote undergoes cell division and cell differentiation. This is also true. During the embryogenesis, zygote undergoes cell division and cell differentiation. Statement C. Cell division increase the number of cells in developing embryo. Of course, the cell division leads to increase in the number of cells. So that is also right. So the answer should be option D, all these. So question number 18, answer is option D. Question number 19. In haploid organisms that undergo sexual reproduction, name the stage in the life cycle when meiosis occurs. So in the haploid organism, during the sexual reproduction, in which stage the meiosis occurs? Option A. During gametogenesis in males, during gametogenesis in both males and females, during its post-zygotic stage, does not occur at all. What about the right answer? Gametogenesis in haploid organism during the gametogenesis, that means during the gamete production, mitosis takes place. A is wrong, B is wrong. Does not occur at all. This is wrong because the zygote undergoes meiosis. That is called as zygotic meiosis, that leads to the formation of a special kind of haploid spores, and haploid spores then undergoes mitosis to develop as new individual. So option C is the right answer to the question number 19. Now question number 20. Hermaphrodites are defined as hermaphrodites. Hermaphrodites are nothing but bisexual animals. The animals which possess male or female reproductive organs, male or female, then it represents the unisexual individuals. Option B, the plant body having only female reproductive structure. Plant body, only female, no. The plant body having either male or female reproductive structure. Again, it is unisexual and we are not using this particular term in case of plants. the animals which possess both male and female reproductive organs in the same body. So this is the right answer. Option D is the right answer to the question number 21. Why is fertilization in bryophytes and pteridophytes considered as internal fertilization? Why is fertilization in bryophytes and pteridophytes considered as internal fertilization? Option: because both bryophytes and pteridophytes are aquatic in habitat. Option B: because the fertilization occurs inside the archegonium of these plants. Option C: because the fertilization occurs inside the antheridium of these plants. Because there is no releasing of male gametes into the medium. So what is the right answer? Why the fertilization in bryophytes and pteridophytes considered as internal? It should occur within the body of female individual. Because there is no releasing of male gametes into the medium. See, in case of bryophytes and pteridophytes, the transportation of male gametes takes place through the medium itself. So that is wrong. Because the fertilization occurs inside the antheridium of these plants. Antheridium is a male sex organ. Within antheridium there is no chance for the fertilization. So that is wrong. Because the fertilization occurs inside the archegonium of these plants. Yes, this is exactly correct. Option B is the right answer to the question number 21. Now question number 22. Identify the wrong differences among the following. Identify the wrong differences among the following. The differences between external fertilization and internal fertilization are given. So one wrong difference, wrong matching is found. We need to identify it. External fertilization. The fertilization occurs outside the body of parents in water medium. Correct. Internal fertilization. The fertilization occurs inside the body of female in body fluid. Yes, that is also right. Matching B. B. The chances of fertilization are more in external fertilization. Is it true? The chances of fertilization is less. Most of the gametes may be destroyed by the predators or due to some other factors. And in case of internal fertilization, the chance of fertilization is more. So it should be reversed. So the option B should be the right answer because there is a wrong differences. So answer should be option B. Option B is the right answer. The remaining matching are given perfectly. Now question number 23. In the flowering plants, the unisexual male flower is called dash, while the female is dash flowering. Plants may be monoecious, example, or dioecious, example. So we need to fill in the blanks. B staminate, C date palm, D papaya. C option, A pistillate, B staminate, C cucurbita, D coconut. And option D, A staminate, B pistillate, C cucurbita, papaya. So in flowering plants, the unisexual male flowers are called or is called, male flower is called as staminate. So answer should be either A or D. While the female is pistillate. Again, in both the options it is given as pistillate. So we should remember the examples for monoecious and dioecious. Monoecious means plants may be monoecious. Monoecious means bisexual. So which is the bisexual plant? Whether it is date palm or cucurbita. Monoecious, bisexual, cucurbita is bisexual, and dioecious means unisexual, that is papaya. So option D is the right answer to the question number 23. Now question number 24. Which of the following is hermaphrodite? So I think they are asking the examples. Hermaphrodite, bisexual, and option B aphids, option C earthworm, option D cockroach. Cockroach is the typical example for unisexual. Earthworm is the example for hermaphrodite. What about the aphids and ants? Unisexual. So ant aphids, cockroaches are unisexual, while earthworm have both the sexes. So that is a hermaphrodite. So earthworm is the right answer to the question number 24. Question number 25. Match the column 1 with column 2 and choose the correct option. In the column 1, some organisms are mentioned. In the column 2, chromosome number is mentioned. So what is the right answer? Option A, B, C, D. So we should arrange it in a correct order with respect to the column 1. In column 1, A, B, C, D is given. Even in column 2, A, B, C, D is all given. So we should write the column 2 in a correct order according to the list of organisms given in column 1. A, B, C, D, option B, C, D, A, option C, C, D, B, A, and option D, D, C, B, A. So what is the right answer? Answer is option D. That means Ophioglossum consists of highest chromosome number, that is 1260. So haploid chromosome number is 630. And rice consists 12 haploid chromosome number, so diploid is 24. Potato consists 24, that means 48. Man consists 23 in gametes, 46 in meiocytes. So option D is the right answer to the question number 25. Now question number 26. What does P signifies in the diagram given below? So just observe the diagram. P, labeling P signifies in the diagram given below. Option A, pistil. Option B, thick pericarp. Option C, thin pericarp. Option D, pollen tube. Pollen tube is definitely wrong. Pistil is also wrong. So it should be either thick pericarp or thin pericarp. So the answer is thick pericarp. What is pericarp? Pericarp is a fruit wall. So this is a section of the fruit. So that represent the fruit wall. Outer epicarp, middle mesocarp, and innermost endocarp are the different layers of pericarp. Now question number 27. Juvenile and adult plants are. Juvenile and adult plants are. Option A, morphologically different. Option B, physiologically same. Option C, first one as well as second one. And option D, none of the above. So what is the right answer here? Juvenile and adult plants are morphologically different. Is it correct? Is it correct? In case of plants, morphologically different because juvenile phase is a primary stage of development of adult plant. So juvenile plant is different, adult plant is different. So juvenile phase or vegetative phase is a primary stage of development of adult plant. So the answer should be option A, or option 1 is the right answer to the question number 27. Now let us move to the question number 28. Which of the following statement is not correct? So we should identify the wrong statement from this. Option A, gametes receive only one set of chromosomes. I think this is correct. Always the gametes receive only one set of the chromosomes, haploids. Meiosis is a reductional division occurring in both haploid and diploid organisms. In haploid organisms, meiosis takes place, but after the development of zygote. Let us move to the option C. Male gametes are always produced in less quantity than female gametes. Always. This is not true to all the living organisms. Option D. In seed plants, pollen grains are the carriers of male gametes. I think this is perfect. In seed plants, pollen grains are the carrier of male gametes. So, which option will be the right answer? See here, one important point is given. To compensate the loss of male gametes during transport, the number of male gametes produced is several thousand times the number of female gametes produced. Then what will be the right answer? So they are asking wrong statement. They are asking the wrong statement. Gamete receives only one set of chromosomes, correct? Meiosis is a reductional division occurring in both haploid and diploid organism, correct? Because in zygote, meiosis takes place. So they have not mentioned any particular stage. So that is correct. Option C, male gametes are always produced in less quantity than female gametes. Is it true? This is not found in all the living organisms. So that's why it may be the wrong statement. So they are asking which statement is not correct. Option D, in seeds plants, pollen grains are the carrier of male gametes. That is correct. A correct, B correct, D also correct. So statement C is wrong. So to compensate the loss of male gametes during transport, the number of male gametes produced is several thousand times the number same quantity, no much difference. So option C is the right answer, and that is the wrong statement with respect to all the organisms. To a specific organism, that may be the correct statement. Now question number 29. Chances of survival of young ones are more in the case of dash individuals. So what is the right answer? Oviparous, option B viviparous, option C ovoviviparous, and D none of these. The answer is, say, in viviparous animals, the zygote develops into young one inside the body of female organism. Because of proper embryonic protection and care, the chances of survival of young ones are greater in these animals. So the answer is viviparous. So question number 30, last question. Organisms exhibiting external fertilization release a large number of gametes. Why? Option A, these organisms shows great synchrony between sexes. That means both in male individuals as well as in the female individuals, or both in male sex organ as well as the female sex organ, the time of maturation is the same. So there is a synchronization between the maturation of male reproductive system as well as the female reproductive system. So this is option A. Option B, in order to enhance the chances of syngamy, that means to increase the chances of fertilization, they releases a maximum number of individuals. And option C, to produce a large number of offsprings as they are vulnerable to predators. So in case of organisms reproducing or fertilizing externally, in such case what happens, the gametes may be destroyed by the predators, may be consumed by the predators, since the gametes are found in the medium, that is in the water medium. So that's why to produce large number of offsprings as they vulnerable to predators, they produces a large number of gametes. So all these three statements are correct. So the option D is a right answer. So all these statements are correct with respect to the question. Okay, thank you students. So in the next video, let us discuss the next chapter, that is sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Thank you.